Thank you all for being here to celebrate South Plains College and the incredible impact it has on our students, alumni, and community. Today we're honored to hear from two distinguished alumni whose stories reflect the very best of South Plains College. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Brett Brock and Mr. Cory Newsom. I would like to start off with what I think might be an easy question. Why did you choose South Plains College?
I mean, that was an easy choice for me. I lived here in Levelland. I worked here in Levelland. My future wife was here in Levelland. I wasn't leaving. And everything I knew that I needed for education, I could get right here.
I grew up in Lubbock, and I think it's always been a beacon of just a creative hub. Here I had so many friends and people that inspired me that would always sing the praises of the commercial music and sound technology department, and that was one thing that inspired me, and it was just a great beacon.
And then Brett, this one's for you because you're a more recent alumni. Looking back at your time,
Thanks.
Looking back at your time at SPC, what experiences or relationships most shaped who you are today, either personally or professionally?
Well, I think really all of them, but the amazing thing about South Plains College is not only the depth of resources and educational materials you get, but all of the teachers just care above and beyond, and really impart their personal experience and wisdom, and kind of, for me, gave me the inspiration that I could pursue a passion, but also make a living doing it and support a family, and really just that inspired me to kind of continue working with those tools that they imparted.
Was there someone in particular who saw your potential?
I think they all did. Apparently, there's a few at this table here: Dolph Guardiola and Scott Ferris, but yeah.
Good. Okay, next questions for both of you. Along the way, what has been one of the most unexpected lessons or turns in your professional journey?
I guess if you look at it from a professional standpoint, I think one of the first things that you have to realize your family's worth more than anything. Mm-hmm. The career and the job is great. I've had the most amazing job. I've been very lucky for so many years. But you got to figure out that there's going to be challenges along the way. And you can either run from them or you can lean into them. I don't know, I kind of look at that as I continue to further my career today. I had opportunities to leave, to switch jobs, to go to somebody else, but I always wanted to stay where we were. And there's been challenges that have come along. But when I sit down and we recruit people today, I'm looking at resumes and I'm trying to figure out, what's your staying power? What kind of commitment is actually there? And if you look there and every 2 to 3 years, somebody's bouncing from job to job to job, and there's reasons sometimes behind it. And don't get me wrong, I've been lucky to be at one job for a long time, but it's that staying power. It's like working your way through the stuff that's difficult. That defines who we are way more than how we get out of stuff, way more than how we get into it.
I think somewhat of a challenge, but also a surprise for me was, early on I thought that, maybe just the academic side of the tools I was given, could propel me. But one thing that was so important is the connections that you make with fellow students and teachers is just as important as the education you get, because a lot of times the friends that you make or the connections you make are going to be leaders in the industry 30 years on. And so that's been a great lesson.
And both of you are still involved with SPC in different ways. And so what motivates you to continue giving back to SPC and investing in the next generation of students?
Oh, mine's way selfish. We have businesses all over the South Plains. The talent that actually comes through here, some of the best talent that we could hire is coming through the doors right here at South Plains. That's why we want to give back. I think it's one of the greatest assets. There's no question that Levelland won when all the people before us decided to bring South Plains College here. Mm-hmm. But for us to be able to have this be able to hire people, we were driving through town coming in, and you look at everything, how the college has grown and all the different things that y'all continue to add. It helps so much on the South Plains. But mine is selfish. It's the ability to hire people that have come through these doors.
Good.
I think trying, along those lines is, inspiring new talent, because, we do need people in the industry who are qualified, and that's what South Plains creates. And I try to take every opportunity to tell parents and prospective students about the amazing facilities out here, but investing in this and making sure it's a lasting resource is very important.
Yeah. So I think you kind of touched on what I was thinking about next, but we have students in the audience, so they're listening today. What's one way they can start giving back even early, whether that's here at South Plains College or if it's somewhere else in their community?
I mean, I think it's through volunteerism. I have a passion for I believe that's very, very important. It's not all about giving back money, it's giving back your time. And I can tell you just like from our company, we run a Meals on Wheels route every day of the week for our company. I deliver Meals on Wheels. I get it wrong sometimes, but I promise you, I do it just like everybody else. We get out and do that. But it's just giving back. We believe in it as much out of our company that if we get an employee that's willing to commit a full day working somewhere to volunteer, we'll let them do it on bank time, and we'll give them another day off just because they did it. We believe that you have to give back.
I think a big thing is mentorship also, and even at the student level, you can help your fellow student and inspire them. Again, with the facility specifically in the sound technology department, commercial music, you can spend hours honing your craft, and it was a lot of fun, and you make lasting relationships. But there's a lot of opportunity to help other people grow and come up along with you. So.
And it's kind of funny because we've just had the 50th anniversary for creative arts, and so I saw a lot of networking, and I happened to sit in for sound technology for a little bit and just y'all sharing your stories, so I definitely can see that. Okay, Cory, so this one's for you more so. So most of your family has attended South Plains College. Your parents, you did, your wife did, your daughters did. Why do you think that is?
It was a natural fit. For Kim and I, we lived here. We knew so many of the professors. We knew so many people that went here. Like I said, my family all went here. I had brothers, cousins, everybody that went here. But my kids, we live in Lubbock, and my kids attended South Plains College by dual credit. And dual credit is one of the greatest assets that I'm telling you that exist out there today. And what South Plains does to try to contribute back with that is amazing. For both of them were able to go get their master's degree, and one's finished law school, one's in law school, but it accelerated a lot of the time to be able to do that. And I just think it's a great thing for us.
What advice would you give students who are still figuring out their path, maybe unsure what comes next after South Plains College?
I think a big thing is tenacity, but also not being afraid to ask for help, and that kind of goes along with the mentorship because it really is a team effort. But sometimes it's easy to get discouraged, when you face a challenge or a door closes. But pushing through that and relying on the tools that you receive at South Plains College to push you forward.
Same Cory, same question.
I think you have to love what you do. You've got to be able to make a living. You can't just decide to go do something that you can't support your family. But if you're not happy doing it, you've got to figure out what that is. At the end of the day, you have to love what you do.
Okay, I agree. I love being here. Okay, one last question. I want y'all to talk to us a little bit about the role you see South Plains College having in higher education. What do you hope students take away from your story?
I would tell you that if you look at the diversity, if you look at all the things that's here at South Plains and Levelland and all the stuff that's in Lubbock, all the way that you reach out to all the other schools that are contributing to the dual credit access and everything else, it's a perfect entrance into going further into the four-year university. And you look at the quality of the education, it's amazing. The fact that you can get every bit of that, it's something that's as attainable from a financial standpoint is amazing. I'm telling you, you have to realize what's out there. If you go look at, there's so many of these students that you see that go on to some of the bigger name universities and stuff like that, and it's great they come out of it, but they're paying for it for the next 20-something years. And I know that it's still a challenge, whatever you do, at whatever level, but what South Plains College brings to the table is amazing. And I think it's a good thing for South Plains, the area of South Plains.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the value here is just pretty astounding. And one thing I try to encourage students and tell them is just the opportunities are so broad. Specifically in the music industry that I work in, there are so many different areas and applications where you can focus a passion. It's not just being a musician on stage or being on the road in a tour bus. That I have friends that work in corporate events and automotive or all kinds of things, programming, things like that. That it's just very broad and the opportunities are there.
Well, thank y'all so much for answering my questions tonight, and we kind of did a different format, so I appreciate all of y'all for being my guinea pigs. I want to thank everyone who was able to be here tonight. I really appreciate all of you. It's great to see our donors meet their scholarship recipients. It's great to recognize our alumni and the wonderful things that they're doing. Thank you.